Hey up, how's it going? I bet you didn't expect me to upload on this channel ever again, did you? I'm not dead just yet, unfortunately. Now I'll be honest, I've not had much motivation to make videos lately, but I won't make a whole fucking song and dance about it. I might upload regularly again, I don't know, we'll just see how things go. Yeah, I'm not sure why I decided to do face cam for this intro, but don't worry, my ugly face will be off your screen in a matter of seconds. As you can tell by the title of this video, I've not done this kind of thing on my channel before, so let me know if you want to see more videos like this in the future or not. Alright, I'll get the fuck off your screen now, enjoy the video. Right, so today we're going to be doing my first storytime video. I'll be honest, I'm not too sure if certain people will be too happy about me saying this in a video, so if you're seeing this, then aren't you a special little bugger? If you're not seeing this, I'm going mad. Let's begin. So this story took place very recently, last weekend in fact. So it all started on a Saturday. Me and my girlfriend, who we're going to make up a name for, we're going to call her Shartsmoogle. So me and Shartsmoogle were both getting ready to go to this party she'd been invited to, and I was like her +1 to this event. Now my friend, who we're going to call LuxJ, whose gameplay is playing in the background by the way, subscribe to him, link to his channel is in the description. But LuxJ, he lives only a few doors down from Shartsmoogle's house, and he was going to the same party. He asked if he'd get a ride up with us, Shartsmoogle was okay with it, and so far nothing was going wrong. Now I only mention this part of the story, not just to extend the video time, but also because I think that LuxJ has to be introduced a little bit to fully understand the story. You'll see why as we go on. So we get to this party, it took some time finding it, but we got there. And when we arrived, Shartsmoogle's friend, who we're going to call, I don't fucking know, Stacy? Sure, why not? So Stacy was waiting there for us, and she was with her boyfriend, who I don't think I need to make up a name for in this story. But we go into the party with them, and overall it was pretty fun. Not as many people as I expected, but I did meet up with a couple of people I ain't seen in a long time. If you're watching this by the way, hiya, how's it going? Anyway, I digress. So a couple hours pass at this point, and me, Shartsmoogle, my buddy LuxJ, Stacy, and her boyfriend were sitting at the table. You know what, I feel kind of bad, we'll call Stacy's boyfriend Steve. There you go bud, you're welcome. So all 5 of us are sitting at this table, and we're completely smashed at this point. Like, we've been on vodka and Jaeger all night, it was quite disgusting thinking back on it. So not to brag like a teenage white chick or anything, but we were very drunk. Now something I forgot to mention earlier is that some of mine and LuxJ's mates were back at his house with his brother, who we're going to call Hentai Master because he asked me to. So they were back there with his brother and they were also wasted. So we thought it would be a good idea to go back to his house and say hi to everybody. So we asked Shartsmoogle if she wants to come with us to see them. She says yeah, sure, why not? So I call us an Uber and we head back. Now as soon as we step out of the car, Shartsmoogle was stumbling and me and LuxJ had to help her get into his house. Now I know this was pretty stupid, at this point I should have taken her home, I know, but I was being a drunken retard. So we carry on into LuxJ's house and as soon as the door opens, I see his mother in the house. I'd forgotten about this, but it wasn't a problem, his mum has always been super nice so I wasn't too fussed. I apologised to her about turning up a drunken mess. She's cool with it and we go into the living room and put Shartsmoogle down on the sofa. At this point Shartsmoogle said she was feeling sick, so we got her a bucket and pretty much for what's left of the story, she just had her head in this bucket pretty much the whole time. But anyway, everyone had come downstairs and there was probably about 7 of us there, including LuxJ's mother, just chilling in the living room. I'm trying to take care of Shartsmoogle but we're still having some sort of conversation. So what happened next is where the interesting part of the story kicks in. I know it's about time, but I've got to lengthen the video somehow. So I don't know how exactly, but remember Stacy? She heard about Shartsmoogle feeling quite sick, and she rushed straight down to LuxJ's house with Steve. Now some of this next part of the story comes from one of my friend's perspectives because I don't remember the whole night, but apparently Stacy didn't knock or anything, she just walks straight through the door and rushes to get to Shartsmoogle. She's sitting down next to her and Stacy's hugging her and all that, and LuxJ's mother is sitting next to her. Now I don't want to take sides on this, but if it is true that Stacy sort of just barged into LuxJ's mother's house, then she was very kind and understanding up until this next point. So as Stacy is hugging Shartsmoogle, and Shartsmoogle's head is still in a bowl by the way, his mother says something along the lines of, I think you need to give her a bit of room to breathe. Like she was hugging quite tightly, and LuxJ's mother puts her hand on Stacy's shoulder as what seemed like a comfort thing, and as soon as that happens, Stacy says, don't touch me. I'm trying to replicate it, just don't touch me. As soon as she said that, the first thought that went into my head was like, fuck. Like I knew something bad was about to happen. And after a very brief pause, I saw the look on LuxJ's mother change, and she starts yelling like, don't you speak to me like that in my house? And I can't remember exactly what happened argument-wise between them, but eventually LuxJ's mother asked Stacy to leave her house. You can probably see where this is going. Stacy said, no, and carried on sitting there by Shartsmoogle. Like, I respect that it's her best friend and you want to be there for her, but when someone asks you to leave their home, like, you gotta get out of there. So I'm here trying to talk to Stacy and tell her that I'll look after Sharksmoogle, but she needs to leave before the situation gets worse. At first, she doesn't, and what happened next just startled me because I didn't expect it at all. But Luxshay's mother grabbed Stacy by her hair and tried to pull her out. Luckily her boyfriend Steve broke this up pretty quickly, but I knew this was going to get worse and worse if she didn't leave. I'm still trying to calm Stacy down and convince her to leave, but I couldn't exactly get up and do much because I was taking care of Sharksmoogle. Before I get any hate, by the way, I did want to take her home at this point, but she didn't want to move, and I didn't want to risk her passing out on the street line in her own puke. I remember all my friends panicking a bit in the background, and I'm still sitting there trying to convince her to leave. Her boyfriend helps out a bit, which I'm really thankful for, and eventually she did leave. Luckily she left just in time for Luxshay's mother to tell the police that it was all sorted now, and thankfully no police actually came down. But they were still cool, so I didn't clickbait the title, so don't sue me. Anyway, a couple of my friends were still freaking out a little bit, but Luxshay's mother seemed to have calmed down at this point. All I'm thinking now is that I've got to get Sharksmoogle home. Like, this isn't a good environment for her. I know, look at me, what a white knight, yeah, fuck off. Luckily Sharksmoogle's brother came round and carried her back to their home and got her into bed. She was fine the next morning, by the way, just hungover. And there wasn't really a lot of drama after this, to my knowledge. I still don't know exactly what happened around Luxshay's house after we left, but everyone was okay at the end, which is the most important thing. So a happy-ish ending. Some people are still pissed and I can't blame them, to be honest. But yeah, that's pretty much the end. So kids, what was the moral of this story? Was it A. Don't do drugs, B. Subscribe to me, or C. Fuck off? Leave your answer in the comments below to be entered in my free kidnapped child giveaway. So thank you all so much for watching. I've got a commentary video I might release soon if this video wasn't good enough, but hey, we'll see. If you did like this video then please leave a like, subscribe and share with your friends and your family, really is appreciated. Here's a picture of a hippopotamus? Now fuck off.
Shot of my life. What the fuck? I couldn't even sleep that. Okay, of my life. All of my life. Came I just like the running price. All my life.